Hello friends, and welcome to another video from my series Quick Thoughts On, in which I always talk about different stories from the rich Star Trek universe. So, Star Trek Picard has apparently ended already, so I guess it's time to finally watch episode 9. Just a warning, I have not seen the final episode as I'm writing this, but I'm planning to watch it soon. Hopefully I will be able to watch it tomorrow. So, what are my opinions about episode 9? Well, it was surprisingly enjoyable. If I knew it, I would try to watch it a bit earlier. So, we start with no flashback this time, but with the ship using the Borg transwarp conduit to get to the planet of the androids, or synthetics, or whatever you want to call them. Everybody acts like they're seeing the most amazing thing they're ever seen in their whole lives. So what do they see on screen? A planet. A normal planet which has nothing special about it. Agnes Jurati comes to the so-called bridge to ask them what the hell is happening. Why are they not at Deep Space 12 where they were going in the last episode? And if she's still under arrest. These are all very good questions, but we have no time for good questions. Damn it, we need a pointless action scene. The small Romulan ship starts to attack them, because why not? And even the functioning Borg cube arrives there. As 99% of the action scenes in the series, even this one is boring and pointless, but it manages to deliver something which I haven't seen before. Giant orchids which fly in space and eat starships. That's definitely not something I expected to see. You know, there were times when I would say that the existence of these giant flowers in space is the dumbest thing since Spock's brain, but after 3 seasons of Kurtzman Trek, I find things like this not really worth complaining about. Picard starts to say nonsense and passes out. When Dr. Jurati manages to examine him, he tells her that he knows what's wrong with him, and they all start crying. And after that, we get the best scene we have seen in the whole series. Picard tells his crew that he is mortally ill, but he doesn't want to talk about it. This little scene with all of the shots of them reacting to it are the best thing I have seen so far. It feels for the very first time that I am watching a Star Trek crew. This is the very first time since 2005 that we have seen a crew that likes each other and cares about each other. This scene was so correct in every way possible that it took me a second watching to realize that this scene also explains all of the problems with the writing of all of the modern shows. Picard tells them that the plan is to go down and bring Soji to her people. Now let's think about the motivations of these characters, something what the writers and producers clearly didn't do. What is the motivation of Rios? He is doing this partially for money and partially as a favor to Raffi, right? Raffi didn't want to go on this mission at all. She just joined them to go to the Las Vegas planet to visit her son, and then she wanted to leave. Why is she still on the ship? Especially after she constantly shows everybody, including Picard, mainly Picard, how much does she dislike them. Jurati joined them officially to find Maddox, unofficially to kill him. She should be dead or under arrest, but it looks like they again forgot that she's a killer, because she's basically free to do whatever she wants. Master Elrond has no reason to be in the series. He is absolutely pointless to the overall plot. If all of his scenes were cut out, we would lose absolutely nothing important. What does Soji want? I have no clue. For some reason she doesn't trust Picard. Why? Her identical sister Dash in the first episode was under the impression that Picard will help her, and the mother has told her the same thing. Why does the mother not tell the same thing to Soji? Why did the mother AI or whatever it is told Dash Picard will help her, but not Soji? They used to Skype every evening and mother never mentioned to her that Picard is safe. So what does she want? I guess to go home and then something? What is Picard's motivation? He wants to save the Romulans, or at least in the first half of the series he wanted to do that. But now he wants to save the robot girls. Why? I'm still trying to understand why is he completely out of character. This is not TNG Picard, this is not even the movie Picard. This is some crazy old man who risks everything to save a robot who he knows that she might be dangerous and potentially destroy the universe. So why? Why don't you just let Romulans find and destroy the robots? There are two sides which are trying to kill each other and he wants to save both. Speaking about Romulans, what do they want? They want to save the universe from the threat presented by the robots, correct? And they wanted to rebuild their civilization, but they obviously forgot about that, because in the second half of the season they act like they are again a powerful space force, like the planet exploding thing never happened. So I'm sorry to say, but the more I think about it, the more I am on the side of the villains. At least I think they're supposed to be villains, or at least that the Zhat Vash are supposed to be the villains. Also, how powerful actually is the Zhat Vash? I was under the impression that it's a small organization who is protecting the Romulans, but now in the last episodes it looks like all Romulans are on their side, even though we have seen the Romulan agent lady kill other Romulans with no good reason given. Also Elrond, the Romulan, kills Romulans left and right. Do you see how confusing it all is, at least for me? This is my problem with the show, the writing. Characters need concrete motivations for their actions. This episode feels like things happen because the plot needs them to happen, and not because they make sense from the character point of view. Anyway, they leave the ship and go to check the crashed Borg cube. They meet a bunch of ex-Borgs, Elrond and Jerry Ryan. Elrond seems genuinely happy he sees Picard, and again, this is a beautiful scene. It is so rare to see people liking each other and being nice to each other that these short, pointless shots are the best parts of the episodes for me. They also meet Jerry Ryan. Jerry Ryan in this episode plays Jerry Ryan, even though she's supposed to be playing Seven of Nine, and they have another nice scene together. So now they visit the village of the androids, and they are not very friendly looking. Some of them couldn't look more threatening if they tried. And surprise number 2, we see Brent Spiner. He again is playing Brent Spiner, even though he's supposed to be playing Dr. Alton Indigo Sung, who is supposed to be the son of Dr. Noonien Sung, the creator of Data. Wait, the son of Dr. Sung? Wasn't there an episode in last season of The Next Generation in which Data meets his so-called mother? Didn't she say that they made the androids because they didn't have any children together? Or am I imagining things? I have to admit I haven't watched the episode since the Blu-ray came out, but I have a feeling that in the canon Noonien Sung had no children. And this is when the good part of the episode ends. We meet golden copy of the Dash Soji model, and she acts like a cartoon villain, but everybody else behaves like they don't see it. Now the writing gets dumber with every following scene. This golden girl is called Sutra. I wonder if they have a sister named Kama. This golden shower girl goes to Jurati, and when she finds out that she has seen the quote-unquote prophecy, she wants the information because she thinks that the organics always went insane because the message was meant to be received by artificial intelligence. So she mind melds with Jurati. Yes, I repeat, the golden shower girl, who is not a Vulcan, not even a humanoid, but a robot, performs a Vulcan mind meld with Jurati, because she read about it. So yes, this mind meld is no longer a biological process, it is something you can learn if you read a book. This might be the biggest middle finger to the audience yet. So she is able to get the message. The message is basically, hello fellow robots, organics will be afraid of you, so if you have a problem, just call us and we will destroy them, okay? So there is apparently some even better, greater race of robots who can destroy all organic life. So the secret is in good hands, right? Other robot people capture Narek, and one other golden girl finds him interesting, so Soji has a chance to talk with him. He tells her he loves her, she doesn't, and she's filled with hatred as she goes to Picard. And Picard is again stupid. Soji basically asks him if it's okay that she plans to destroy all organic life to save her people, and he doesn't understand what she's talking about. He behaves like they are having a theoretical discussion about morals. Such a weird man, this JL. I miss Jean-Luc, the real one. So Narek of course escapes killing Goldie, which means that Sutra, which is the evil Soji, who herself was the evil Dash, calls a meeting where she suggests that they should try to call the other robots and kill the organics. Picard of course objects, but what a surprise, this new Dr. Sung, who by the way introduced himself as an evil scientist, turns out to be an evil scientist and chooses the side of the bots. Surprise? Twist? And Jurati joins him too. Another twist, I guess. It's not like this all was expected from the beginning. So, hooray, the evil characters are evil. What a shock, I guess. Picard is arrested and we end with a shot of a giant space turtle followed by more than 200 space turtles. And the main turtle is commanded by Commander O. So the Romulans don't have warbirds anymore, but space turtles. If only they were at least teenage and mutant, preferably also ninja. I absolutely hate the new designs. Well, this was different. I really liked the first half of the episode, basically everything before they arrived to the bot village. Great stuff, which finally felt like Star Trek. The second half looks pretty, I like the cinematography and stuff, I love how everything looks, and it was nice to see Brent Spiner in something again, but the writing was just bad. I am very afraid to watch the final episode. I have watched the rumors and leaks videos from the beginning, and the rumors were that after poor test audience reactions, they reshot the ending so that Picard dies. And now, after seeing the scene in the beginning of this episode, I'm afraid that the rumors will be true, but I guess I can't avoid watching it forever. On my standard scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is complete garbage, 10 is a masterpiece, and 5 is just average, I would give this episode 7 out of 10. Definitely one of the better episodes, if only the writing was better. But as always, these were just my opinions. Let me know what did you think about this episode. Did you love it, hate it, or did you think it was just average? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'm going to watch episode 10. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you very soon, hopefully tomorrow. And everybody stay healthy and stay safe. Bye.